And you're joining us today on Remember to Hit Record. We're going to be talking about Kobe's rape allegations, gun control in the United States and abroad, I guess, Kim Ye and their new little baby, God, and we're going to just discuss a couple of other current events. So join us as we muse about these funny things that go on in this crazy world.
Okay, so I caught myself doing a countdown. And instead of going from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I went from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the hell was that?
I don't know. Then the random karate chop was fucking hysterical.
No, it's like when you get to 1, you're supposed to go BAM! And it's supposed to be 1. But when I went BAM, I realized it was really 5. And I was kind of confused by that.
I know we have a topic going on, but Miss Lady over here missed the last podcast, so I'm going to try my best to get her into this. So I got a question for you. Do you think Kobe raped that chick?
Oh, wow. I didn't know we were going there.
Oh, I just purposely didn't tell you guys that for you.
Oh, okay.
You don't think Kobe raped that chick?
I think it's... So, damn, right? Like, right there. Like,
danger zone.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, yeah, this is about sometimes known as Diddy.
Old Man Wade, or you can call me Mark.
And this is Miss Lady being asked about rape. Okay.
Yeah. Not just any rape.
Any rape. Kobe rape.
Kobe rape, is that when you take a piece of steak and shove it in her ass without asking?
It's called the KRD. Kobe rape in Denver.
So I don't know. I tend to think not, but I wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a murky situation. What I've always thought is that, they were probably about to have sex or in the middle of it. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes people be like, oh, wait, what am I doing? Let me stop. Mm-hmm. And she was probably like, no, stop. I'm good. I don't want to do this. And, and he was like, well, nah, I'm already in it. Let me just finish.
So you think she had a kind of a change in judgment? It was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. So that's why it's murky. It didn't start off that way, but that's kind of what it ended as. But
so now, originally, I didn't think Kobe did it. I didn't think Kobe did it. I was kind of on the fence about it. He just seemed way too calm about it. But then he realized he's kind of a sociopath. Mm-hmm. But over the week, I guess after Kobe's announced his retirement,
he's writing a book like OJ.
If I did rape her. I didn't rape her, but if I did.
This is how I would have done it.
Yeah, apparently in the preface, the book, actually, if you order the book early, it comes with some jelly and some Astroglide.
Wow. Gosh. Where are we going with this?
No. But the reason I bring that up is because, like I said, I didn't believe that she did it. He did it. But after his retirement, I guess she came out during a, what the hell it was called, karaoke thing and did a rap.
The girl?
About Kobe raping her.
Get the hell out of here.
No, I'm dead serious.
At the end of it, did it end with Kobe, how my asshole tastes?
I don't know.
These guys.
I don't know, but I bet you it tastes like, what is it, Rocky Mountain High? No, I'm sorry. I know this wasn't a topic we were going to get on, but I just thought it would be funny to immediately just go, hey, Miss Lady, do you know if Kobe raped that chick or not?
Wow. Thank you.
Thank
you very much. What are y'all's thoughts? Well, y'all's, but
in all honesty, I don't think he did. And okay, so let me just say this.
So before you say that, let's be specific. You don't think that he set out to rape her, period, and the rape didn't happen? It was consensual sex and she changed her mind, or and decided to capitalize on it, or that it was consensual to a point and then kind of what my argument was.
First, let me just say that I'm not trying to shame the quote unquote victim here in any way, but I don't see it. I honestly think that it was she was trying to take advantage of the situation. Mm-hmm.
Kobe's the perfect person to have done that.
Exactly, she knows who he is. She knows he's married. Mm-hmm. I mean,
he's socially awkward.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
He apparently has terrible taste. I mean, because if you're gonna get accused of raping somebody, I would hope that they would look better. Never mind. But
exactly. But
So as we move away from this topic, we
No,
just
no,
want to
hold
tell
on.
you.
Hold on. This is one of the reasons I also think he raped her. Because I think Kobe Bryant was cheating so long that he pretty much thought he can get whatever he want.
Mhm.
And so some woman who was generally known as someone who is under average looks to say no, he was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm Kobe Bryant," and
Fair enough.
rape ensued.
That's possible. I mean, again, we weren't there.
I mean, it's rape is definitely a topic. I guess this is now the topic.
Well, it was just
No, but it's a topic that it comes up across like college campuses. I mean, I know I've worked at a few universities where acquaintance rape and things like that have happened. I worked at the women's center in college, so you deal every story is different with how it happens.
Can I just say one of the things that really what sucks about that is the victim. Let's say it does happen. A lot of people. The one phrase I hate is the thing when someone says, "Oh well,
when
they were
somebody's
asking
recording
for
a podcast and they forget to cut off the ring on their phone."
Yes,
What are you, Jalen Rose?
podcast."
I'm sorry to derail your
Silence your phone.
I'll do whatever the hell I want. I'm a goddamn son of Odin.
You'll
But no.
silence the phone now.
Yeah, I did. I actually did immediately silence my phone. The one thing that I wish that people would stop doing is saying they were asking for it.
Hmm.
Oh God, that's
Because of what they wore or something like that. They were that's bullshit. You know what I mean? What was it? There was I think it was Dave Chappelle who said just because I'm wearing a police officer's outfit doesn't mean like I'm gonna go save you or something like that.
I'm gonna chase down a criminal and jump on his back to get your purse.
Yeah, fuck that noise. But that's one of the things I absolutely detest about the accused of rape. And the first thing they ask goes, "Well, what were you wearing?"
a thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's
Really?
the police officers ask that.
Well, police officers can't ask that anymore, but they're not supposed to. But that's what society asks. Well, what did she have on? What were you wearing?
Where were you at?
Where were you at? How were you talking to him?
Why were you out?
There's a lot of victim blame.
Yeah, and one of my favorites is, why were you out that time of night? None of your fucking business why I was out that time of night.
So what they're saying is I shouldn't leave my house past midnight because somebody might butt fuck me. I don't understand.
Pretty much if you're out there wearing a miniskirt, I'm looking at you, Diddy, and you got your poom poom shorts on with the leg warmers on.
It's very likely. Yeah.
And don't wear the stilettos.
And the stilettos, man, you're asking
I
for
can't.
it.
My ankles. I can't do stilettos. I like a nice flat heel.
Yeah, I'm like that.
Flat heel.
See what I
He
did
means
there?
wedges, I guess. I don't fucking know. But yeah, and I'm not for victim shaming, but on the flip side of that is you get people who will accuse someone of rape because of, like, let's say I don't want to fuck somebody, right? Or let's say in the middle of it you stop, and some fucking in the middle of it they're like, I'm gonna stop, and then the next day the chick goes, "Oh, he raped me."
Mm.
Now, even if you prove that it was 100% consensual, that stench is never going to get off that person.
Nope.
Ever.
It's a wrap. Unless you're Kobe Bryant.
No, we still call him a rapist. And he was.
Us. That's us. That's not in the media. That's almost like that never happened as far as media is concerned.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Nobody talks about that anymore.
Oh, bullshit. Whenever someone says number 8 Kobe, number 24 Kobe, they go, "We can't talk about number 8 because number 8 raped the chick."
Where did you hear that?
I heard on the Brilliant Idiots.
Okay.
They made a alleged joke to it on Jalen and Jacoby. They won't say it on NBC, but they'll say it in other places.
Yeah, but those places, I don't want to say this because it's gonna sound mean, but those places kind of don't matter. I mean, if the mainstream media ain't talking about it,
well, they can't talk about it.
Sure they can.
NBC and ABC can't talk about that.
Sure they can.
Yeah, because then Kobe
when it happened, they covered it. So why?
No, they can't talk about it now because then
Why
Kobe
not?
won't go on his because of his farewell tour. He won't. He's not going to go on Jimmy Kimmel, even though they're friends or friendly. He's not going to go on a show that basically brought up the old rape thing.
I don't think he's going to punish a specific show because of something that aired on the network.
You can't see Kobe being that petty.
Yeah, no, I can't.
He snitched on Shaq because he got caught on rape. That's petty.
He snitched on Shaq because he didn't like Shaq.
Yeah, and he'll be petty with someone because he doesn't like a network because of what they said about him.
Okay, so you think that because someone has a personal vendetta against... I don't see how the two are related in any way, shape, or form.
Kobe's petty.
Okay.
Kobe's petty. So
Did he steal your lunch money?
Huh?
Did he steal your lunch money?
Yeah, and I had it in my asshole, which is the worst part about it.
But
So moving on. Since I took that to a screeching halt,
wow.
I apologize for that. Hey, put a marker down there. Maybe that's when we'll take a break. Oh man,
Lord.
Yeah. Speaking of breaks, the world came to a kind of a screeching halt was a few days ago after that shooting in California. That's a fucking.
What the heck?
That's a segue for you.
Wow.
That was a hell of a segue. It's like, yeah. Let's change it. Let's stop talking about one terrible topic and go right into another one.
Well, Kanye and Kim had their baby.
that was the shooting I was talking about.
I mean, congratulations to the West family. You know, I obviously don't know you guys, but you know, congratulations. Please don't name that baby God. Don't do that to him. Please, I'm not the only person I heard that months ago they were talking about naming their son God.
I'm not even gonna comment on that, man. They named their kid Northwest.
That makes a little bit more sense than God.
Huh?
Northwest is kind of
It actually has a ring to it.
Yeah, if it was
Northwest.
if it was anybody other than fucking Kanye and Kim Kardashian, we wouldn't give them as
We should be making fun of it.
Not to the degree that we are now. That we do because it's them and they're weird. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You just proved my point.
Not really. I mean, I honestly think that Northwest is not a bad name. It's easy to make fun of because you know it's Northwest, but it's not. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, I think her name
works.
I actually like the ring to it.
But God West, not so much. Oddly enough, I think that if they actually do name the little boy God, for some reason his last name would be Kardashian. just God Kardashian. I just feel like that'd be a thing.
That would I think if they're gonna name the baby something and keep with the trend, they should go with like Easton or something like that, like Easton or.
Did they ever intimate that was going to be a thing? Like,
well, that's what she said she wanted to name. Then no, they didn't. But she said she wanted to name North Easton. And she was like, yeah, because East on West. And I was kind of like, and I was like, well, when you say it like that, it really takes away like the, but Easton is a nice name.
Yeah,
it's just
okay.
not like, not when you say it like East on West.
I think I like North better. I do.
I do like North. I think it's nice. I mean, I grew up in, like, I know people who have, like, names like days of the week and months of the year.
Yeah, like North and Easton. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, North wasn't that far-fetched.
Man, you name a damn kid, like, December Christmas.
If Google December Christmas
I'm
Williams,
sure.
and I'm pretty sure somebody will pop up. You see a picture of a little girl with freaking cornrows and barrettes in her hair. He's Googling. This is happening right now.
Yeah, it's really. Oh God. Thankfully, no.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, there's no. There doesn't seem like there's a person named December Christmas.
I'm pretty sure it exists. I don't care. I don't care what your little magic box says.
Yeah, in the hood of Detroit.
I didn't know Mark had a magic box. Huh?
Well, there's a reason why we've been friends this whole time.
That's why people on my lunch money. Cool. Steal it.
Wow. This went off the rails really, really fast. So let's try to reel this in. Old man Wade.
I'm listening to you. I'm still looking for Kanye and Kim's baby name.
I don't think they haven't actually named the child yet.
Yeah, they haven't named it.
They haven't. The God thing is something that I recall hearing months ago, and something I was reading.
When the announcement first came out, probably around that time.
Yeah, I think that was a thing.
But you can trust the internet about as much as.
Very true.
Word of mouth. This shit ain't no better than anything else.
Because remember when North was born, everybody knew what that kid's name was, and then it comes out, oh, her name's North, and then everyone's kind of like, well, what happened there?
However, a source close to the family claims that Northwest's new brother will reportedly be called East and West. You spoke this shit into existence.
I I just remembered that interview.
Easton West. Anyway, sorry to cut you off. I just really needed to know the name of this Demon Spawn's name.
Oh,
Don't say
ouch.
that.
Listen.
The
I wish that little boy and his sister the best.
So do I.
I do
Because
too.
I can't really speak to the mental state of the parents because they seem to do some strange things at times. No offense,
Something strange with a
whatever.
little change.
Look, I didn't call the.
But no, I'm just saying. I wish the kids the best. I hope they overcome all of the potential issues that will arise that could potentially arise in their childhood. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't call the baby a demon. I said the demons spawn.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling the
No, I
parents
heard you.
demons. I'm calling the parents
No,
demons.
I totally heard you.
Unless they come on the show, then like, oh, that,
Oh, that's not happening.
This is
now.
why grammar
that
matters.
that angelic baby that poops the cure for everything.
No, that's definitely not happening. You gotta remember who we're talking about here. If anything, he'll come on and tell us that we don't have the answers and leave.
I'll take this one. I'll fucking take the bird. In a fucking heartbeat. I'll solidify that moment in gold and shove it up my ass so Kobe can't get it.
Oh, trust me, Kobe will get it.
Anyway, so we were that my intimate segue, my elaborate segue to go to the shooting in California was derailed by more talk about Kim and Kanye, which further proves my point.
Well, I mean, if anything, we're just really just chatting about the news of the day. Kobe's rape case that was 27 years ago. The Kim and Kanye's the birth of their beautiful baby boy. I mean,
The heavens opened up
news.
when that baby was born.
I know this news,
Yeah,
right?
it's
It literally
called
just
Kim
happened.
Snatch.
Oh,
Not
Danger
nice.
Zone.
Not nice.
Which is also called Kim Snatch.
On that note, let's talk about news. San Bernardino shootings.
Yes.
That's
Then
a
there was a
thing.
shooting in Colorado
Before that, yeah.
Couple
There's a
days.
whole lot of shooting going on.
A lot of shooting.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, a lot of shooting has been going on.
True.
It's just way more publicized now.
Well, I
And-
mean, if it's anything more than 5 people, it becomes a news story.
Exactly.
If it's anything more than 5 people in an area that's predominantly white, it's definitely a news story. Let's just call it what it is.
Exactly. Definitely is. But I think it seems like more shootings because now the news has been reporting on police shootings of civilians, which
Right.
traditionally hasn't been reported. So it's a combination of civilians killing each other or shooting each other, and now the police shootings, like everybody's shooting.
Well, now with the act of a lot of random shooting is now going to be the flavor of the year because this year it was the people of authority shooting people, shooting innocent civilians or just shooting civilians in general. That was the flavor of the year. Now this year is probably going to be more about terrorism, mostly because I think because we have an election coming up now, so I think that's going to be the topic of the year. Unfortunately, first off, I just want to read the definition of terrorism. Just in general, the use of violence and threats to intimidate or coerce, especially for political purposes. The state of fear and submission produced by terrorism or terrorization. The terroristic method of governing or resisting a government. That's the definition of terrorism. Now, what kills me about the idea of terrorism, and I'm pretty sure someone's going to call me racist for saying this, but usually terrorism or terrorists are only used for people who are of a darker skin tone. Now, I've known people who will say, and who will say, only Muslims can be terrorists.
I've heard
Really?
that. Yeah, I've actually heard that.
When we
too.
have people like Timothy McVeigh, who are what was
A
it?
domestic terrorist.
Yeah, or domestic terrorism, which is funny. That's an actual thing. And most domestic terrorists, fun fact, are not Muslim. I mean, the dude in Washington was a black. Was he Muslim? I think he was Muslim now. The black dude, the sniper.
The sniper dude? I don't think he was Muslim.
Was he just black?
I think it was just a black dude.
Yeah. So
And his wasn't even terrorism. He was trying to murder his ex-wife, but he had to shoot a couple of random people so that she looked like she randomly got shot by the sniper.
Is that the way it works?
That's
Really? How did I miss that?
That was the reason why he did it. And so
That's a terrible plan.
and so he murdered a
I hate
couple of
this bitch.
innocent people so that his wife could look like one of the random innocents that got murdered by this madman. That was
At the end of the day, the source of all the problems in the world is women.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
I mean, we give you a rib.
You force her to eat an apple that we don't want to fucking eat.
Wasn't it a pomegranate? No, seriously, wasn't it a
It
pomegranate?
was an apple.
It was an apple. I know.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. It
They
was
said
an
the
apple. It was
That was
said
like
the seed of
you
a
can't bite
Sure
into
you
a
can.
pomegranate.
Sure you can.
It's not recommended, but you can.
I'm pretty
shell
sure.
is
I think
hard.
the apple thing is like something that was misconstrued all the
Maybe it
time.
was a peach for all we know.
To the Googles.
No, I was. When you look at it, it could have been a peach. I'm pretty sure he was eating peach before he got to the apple.
No, but I'm totally joking when I say that. It's just
I'm not.
I don't.
Hold on. First off, I type in Adam and Eve. The first thing that comes up is the adult entertainment store.
Well, there's a reason for
Oh,
that.
man.
That shows you how connected the people who Google on a regular basis are to the stories of the Bible.
Right.
Losing my religion.
Forbidden fruit was indeed a real fruit, but not necessarily an apple.
Okay.
So it was a fruit.
It was
Why
a
do I
fruit.
think it was a
But I
promise?
also
Just
do.
a fruit.
I feel like I do.
Just
Could have
the
been a tomato for all we know.
Yeah, depending on who you ask. Some people still don't believe a tomato is a fruit, which is hilarious to me.
Well, why is it a fruit?
Grows on the vine.
I don't know. So potatoes are fruit? Don't they grow on vines?
No, produce good out of the ground.
Oh, okay.
So, with I do believe I've heard stories where it said he didn't eat the actual fruit. I believe it was a seed. And I think that's what you're talking about, where you might have got the idea of a pomegranate. I think it was like they said something about it being a fruit, seed or whatever. But yeah. So, but actually, that brings up the whole religious thing brings up another reason why people are of terrorism. We talked about this on the religion podcast about the Christians and Catholics. That was terrorism. Like, I mean, those people running around like trying to convert people, and if you don't convert, we'll fucking kill you. That's terrorism. That you're pretty much you're using fear to incite your political or religious views.
Yep, that's actually the as you
That's
read earlier,
the
the definition
definition.
of terrorism.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, people have been conditioned over time to think that when it comes to terrorism, it's Muslim. It's always Muslim. Like they can't comprehend the fact that a white person can be a terrorist, because in their mind they've been taught that it's not possible.
Right.
Even though by definition, these things that have happened I'll just say the past 2 months, by definition are clearly terrorism.
Yeah, and let's not act like people of fair skin don't do dumb shit. Like, but it's
Totally.
funny. It's the way the media will string things, and it's like they won't call the people. Well, now they're just getting to the point where they're calling the people who go up and shoot abortion clinics. They're just calling them terrorists.
The media is actually calling them terrorists.
They're just getting around to doing that.
I haven't heard that at all.
Last couple of weeks, I've seen a few news sites, credible news sites, that have actually been calling them terrorists.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
Were they left-wing news sites though?
Left wing being Democratic?
Yes.
Well, of course.
Oh, okay.
So a right wing extremist who, and I say extremist, not just the regular right wing, a right wing extremist who feels that abortion should be outlawed or is against the will of God or whatever it is, they'll say, well, it was a justified killing, which is kind of ironic considering that they're killing because they're against killing.
Yeah, it's a hell of a what's the word? Not conundrum.
Pickle?
I could make so many jokes right now. The woman in the room just said the word pickle for no apparent reason. I wonder why. No. If you look at it, religious folks and conservative folks, obviously the two aren't mutually exclusive, they have a tendency to contradict themselves. This is the ultimate contradiction. It's okay that we're killing you because you want to kill a baby, but we don't realize that when we walk into the clinic and shoot you, we're killing you and the baby.
And it's funny, like,
But go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, but they're also super misinformed because Planned Parenthood, I mean, yes, they do abortions, but they do so many other things. Like, they're a place for women to get affordable reproductive health resources and treatment and things like that. So, their assumption is automatically if somebody's walking in, oh, you're going to abort a baby. No, I might be going to pick up my damn birth control so I don't have a baby to abort. Like, maybe I want to go get an IUD. Maybe I just want to go get my breast checked. Who knows?
Yeah, that's one of the main things that bugs me about the whole, all of the Planned Parenthood shootings is, I think and it wasn't the last. I was reading an article online that was written by a woman who used to work at a Planned Parenthood clinic.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about all the different things that would happen, like somebody poured numerous times somebody would pour gasoline under their back door and light it on fire.
Wow.
They would put smoke bombs, all types of crazy. They would shoot at the place, all types of stuff. And the beauty of the story is the fact that the clinic that she worked at didn't do abortions. That wasn't what they did. It's called Planned Parenthood for a reason. Exactly. It's not kill babyhood.
Exactly.
They don't understand what this. They hate it, but they don't even know what it does.
It's just a word association. It's like, okay, any place that has Planned Parenthood, it could be, the Tea Party Center for Planned Parenthood, and those two words together means like, okay, it's time to go burn somebody or shoot somebody because Planned Parenthood means abortions.
Yeah, we need to open up one of those places in the hood and call it Planned Parenthood. So when they roll up a bunch of Bloods and Crips united in this cause, because I'm sure that there's very few times that they unite, but in this situation, I'm sure they would.
Let me tell a personal story. I was going to take a friend of mine. She didn't want to go and get the abortion herself, so I went in there, and she just wanted somebody there with her to support her, and there was somebody there with those little stupid signs and stuff like that. And I walked in, and they said something and wanted to hand me a pamphlet. I turned around and looked at them. They put the pamphlet right back in their pocket and took 5 cents back.
Well, you're a big angry black guy, big angry bald black guy.
Yeah,
you scared them.
Yeah,
this goes into my parenthood strategy.
That's exactly my point. You put that shit in a neighborhood or something like that, they won't even think about putting stuff like that. But unfortunately, the people of Planned Parenthood are against violence.
Because they're good people for the most part.
So I think that's one of the reasons you have people shooting up a place like that because they're bullies. They just want to go over there. It's like, oh, we're gonna pick on them and we're gonna go shoot them up because there's gonna be no retaliation for something like that.
We've been shooting Planned Parenthoods for most of our lives, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been a couple.
And they just the protesters actually just had a really big win in court not too long ago because there was basically a buffer zone that they had to respect, and so they couldn't come it's like something like you can't come within 300 feet of the door, so that people who are going in and coming out and people that work there and all that stuff could actually go in without a protester accosting them until they get in the door. And recently I believe the courts overturned that, and because protesters said that it violates their some one of their rights. And so now, with the buffer zones, it kind of set a tone where it's kind of like, okay, we can go and start, doing this again. We could get a little bit more crunk.
So if you'd like to hire me or Lavelle to walk in with you to intimidate these motherfuckers, please hit us here at remember to hit record at Facebook.
Totally, yeah, I'm all for it. Because if it's one thing I can't stand, it's social injustice, and this is the definition of it. Hey gang, sorry to cut into the action, but it's time we take a moment to pay some bills. Comic fans, listen up. If you love all things comics, you need to whip out your phones, your digital listen devices, anything that you have that you could possibly listen to a podcast on, and download Wednesday, a comic book podcast. Trust me, the gang leaves no stone unturned as they discuss the latest happenings in comics. They break down movie trailers, TV shows, they chat about which manga you should be reading, and much, much more. Stop what you're doing right now. Stop it, and go download Wednesday, a comic book podcast right now. Go to iTunes, Stitcher, and any other podcasting platform and get listening, people.
Do you know the fun thing about social injustice, things like that? You know how all this can be solved?
How's that?
If people just mind their own fucking business.
Oh, that'd be too easy.
But that's the funny thing about it is, we all have those friends who we don't necessarily either don't agree with their views, or co-workers who share too much information, and when we don't want to get into it with them, we just fucking ignore them. Because realistically, at the end of the day, we're all going to go to our separate corners, our separate parts of the world, of the city, and I don't have to hear about this.
Well, I mean,
so I just mind my own fucking business. If you think I'm going to hell because I eat pork and I had sex before marriage, okay, I'm going to hell then. Stay in your fucking corner of the world. Don't eat pork. Agree with Sharia law. And leave me the fuck alone.
Well, I mean, it's no different than if you talk to a friend and ask advice and then you don't take their advice and they're like, well, why didn't you listen to me? And shit blows up in your face and they're wondering, why didn't you listen to me? I told you what you should do. And it's almost kind of like, I still have the right of refusal. I don't have to actually do what you're telling me. I'm just listening to your point of view as something to consider.
Fucking that. But yeah, there goes another problem. People don't necessarily want open dialogue because they don't. Most people don't want to hear someone else's opinion. They don't want to hear their opinion is wrong. All they want to hear is, if I say Hakeem Olajuwon or Michael Jordan's the best player of all time, and they say they think it's Karl Malone, I could give them an opinion on why I say A and B. But all they want to hear is, all they want at the end of the day is for you to agree and say Karl Malone's the best basketball player of all time. Most people don't want an opinion. They don't want someone else's opinion. They just want their opinion to be validated.
That's true. Very true.
Because people are fucking assholes.
Agreed. So
Not everybody.
every week.
The 3 people in this room are.
True that. True that. So with all that said, a lot is being made of the current situation as far as gun laws are concerned. People seem to think that this somehow has real bearing on these issues that we're having with all these shootings and all these random terrorist acts on our home soil being committed for the most part by our own citizens. Do you think changing the gun laws would have any effect? Personally, I don't. But before I go into my little diatribe, I'm wondering what you guys think.
You want to go first? Because it's up to you. You want to go first?
Yeah, no, I can go first.
Go ahead.
So, I don't think it's gonna change it because, I mean, you have the shootings where it's people who, you have some shootings where people lawfully own a gun, and that's one thing. But the vast majority of like the shootings that people tend to talk about are not with guns that are registered. And then it takes a lot away from the people who are responsible gun owners who do actually abide by the law, that you have like these outliers. It's no different than the argument about like, policing right now. Mm-hmm. You have a few bad apples and everybody says, okay, this spoils the whole stew. And it's not necessarily, or the bunch of whatever. But I don't think it's going to change anything, changing the gun laws, but I also think that you don't go and punish the many because of the bad deeds of the few.
My opinion, I agree. And I think this is going to be one of those conversations where we're all going to agree for different reasons. Mm-hmm. My thing about that is, changing a law doesn't really make a person not want to kill. Murder is one of the oldest crimes around. You know what I mean? When Cain slew Abel, if you believe in religion and stuff in that manner.
Original sin, is that the original sin? Is it murder?
So you got that. That's not going to stop anyone from doing it. I live in the hood. Do you think the people around in my hood have registered guns?
Nope.
No. They want, if someone wants a gun, they're going to find a way to get a gun.
If I want a gun, I can make a phone call right now.
Exactly.
It's really just that simple.
Other things that are legal. Cocaine, illegal. Shooting people, illegal. We still find ways to do both of those things. So obviously, like, changing a gun law isn't going to do anything. If someone wants to get a gun, they're going to get a gun. And let's say you get rid of all the guns. All it's going to mean now is people are going to get creative to go try to kill somebody. Bombs are illegal. You can still mix up a few chemicals. You can go on the internet, unfortunately, and find a way to make a dirty bomb. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's not going to stop it may slow down the gun shootings, but it's not going to stop the killings. Like, you know what I mean? You can walk up behind somebody and choke them out. Should we have a forearm ban? Like, you know what I mean? It's not going to do anything.
Cut everybody's arms off up to the elbow.
It's up to the elbow. And we typing and jacking off with our feet.
You don't do that already?
Huh?
You don't do that already?
Oh, my feet ain't that big. But my cock is.
Actually, never mind.
So, go ahead.
No, I think I shouldn't say we because this doesn't apply to anybody in this room. As a nation, we're focusing on we're focusing on a symptom and not the actual issue. Gun control is a symptom of what the actual issue is. The actual issue is our lack of a grasp on the mental illness issue in this country. That's not to say that everybody that's committing these murders, atrocities, that's a good word. Not to say that they're all mentally ill. But actually, I can say that because you gotta be a real fucked up person to do some shit like this.
Yeah,
especially
there are different levels to it.
Yeah.
if we
levels
spent,
to this shit.
if we spent more time focusing on helping people before they get to the point where they're ready to go walk into a place and shoot it up because of something that freaking Donald Trump said during a debate, things are never going to change. That's the problem. The problem are the people. What's that stupid shirt that was running around here during the late '90s? Guns don't kill people. People kill people. That's the truth.
What's my what was it on American Dad where the daughter was like, guns kill people, and Stan dropped the gun on the table and was like, go ahead, gun, shoot somebody.
I remember that episode. Go ahead and shoot her.
On my own.
So I think that you're absolutely right. It's definitely symptomatic of a larger issue, because the reality is that you have some serial killers, like, you know, you look at the BTK killer. He was killing people for years and decades, and he didn't kill them with a gun. He was cutting people up. So if somebody wants to kill somebody, they're going to do it, like you said, at any point, however they can. It's just guns make the facilitation of killing easier. So that's why people use them. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if somebody wants to kill a person, there needs to be the question of, why do you want to kill people? And catching people with, like, early intervention. And I don't know how you would do that, because, I mean, the really, really true sociopaths that really want to kill people because they like it, they know how to hide it. They know how to blend in.
I blame Dexter.
They know how to blend in. So, you know, it's a tough debate, and it's definitely, and because it's in the Constitution, it's not going to be something that's easily like, oh, let's just cross that out. Mm-hmm. Let's forget. Because the whole reason we have the right to bear arms is so that citizens need not be afraid of the government. So, you know, it's almost like the people... It's almost like reversing what the point of the amendment was. And yeah, at the time, it was because of British rule and people felt oppressed and, you know, all of that. It all starts in the UK. But, you know, I think that people need to really be reflective about not so much trying to, it's like whack-a-mole again. It's, you know, it's cutting out, you know, you're hitting one thing, but you're not really addressing the fuller picture of the problem. It's like, you don't want to get rid of one mole. You want to get rid of, like, the ability for them to come in your yard. So I think that that's what the focus should be. But unfortunately, American politics, sound bites are the things that rule.
You know what we need to do? We need to put all of the money with all of the government's money into one thing, and this would solve all of our problems.
Please explain.
You ever seen the movie Minority Report? Let's stop people before they even do the shit.
You know what? I believe that maybe not sending, like, if you're 100% sure they're gonna do it regardless of what you do. Like, it's one thing if you can tell a person to go, okay, well, this Stan Smith is gonna go kill somebody tomorrow, and you go to Stan Smith and you bring him along and you go, we know you're gonna kill this person tomorrow. I know you said you're thinking about it, but you're gonna kill this person. If you do it, these are gonna be the consequences. So how about we get you some help?
Or we could actually have a purge and really
fuck
everybody. Well, I'm just saying, we could have the purge. I mean, we can't allow Donald Trump and his family to participate because, I mean, they look like they're already purging anyways.
They are.
You know, they're going to be those ones. But, you know, or they could participate and then everybody could go after him. I don't know.
That's the thing. Everybody's not going to do that, though. That man has so many people on his bandwagon. It's ridiculous. And we haven't had a conversation where we discuss the current politics as it stands right now, but I'm gonna put a random thought out, and nobody's gonna believe me. You know all that shit Donald Trump is saying? He don't believe any of it.
He doesn't. I fully believe he doesn't. I agree with that.
I completely agree. I completely agree. He's a sensationalist.
I'm starting to think that he's intentionally trying to get the Republican bid just so he can take the elections for the Republicans.
My God, how?
But you know,
he doesn't want to be president. No, he does not want to be president.
He likes the idea of the run.
Yeah, he likes a challenge. He'll be able to say, "Look, I got the Republican ticket for the presidency," and no one will ever be able to take that away from him.
No.
They'll be like, "Yeah."
If he actually won, I honestly believe that all that shit he's talking right now, it would go right out the window.
But you know what his whole campaign has done is it has shown how not far we have come as a
Yeah.
country. Because, you know, everybody loves to say, it's 2015. Racism doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. And I'm like, Donald Trump is proving your ass is wrong. Because as you can see, he is leading out of, like, if he is leading over freaking Mark Rubio, Ted Cruz, like, you know, and Ben Carson is like getting on his bandwagon, it's probably a problem.
What's the crazy black dude's name? Is that Ben Carson?
Yeah, it's Ben Carson.
Ben Carson. Dr. Ben Carson.
You guys ready for a segment I'm going to call Mark Lynch Conspiracy Theories?
Oh, here we go.
Boy.
I fully believe that Ben Carson was someone the Republican Party found. They found some doctor, and one day, like, let's say Jeb Bush was in there getting on brain surgery, and Ben
That would
Carson...
explain a lot.
Ben Carson sitting there talking about, yeah, man, the Egyptians, nah, that wasn't for kings. They're like, they were there for grain. And some Republican was like, let's get him in there. They're like, why? Just to prove that it's not all white Republicans that are fucking idiots. And he's running. I fully believe that they bring Ben Carson out there specifically to show that not all white Republicans are idiots. It's also black Republicans that are idiots as well.
That would make sense.
I fully believe that. Because that man has just said some outlandish shit. My personal favorite was him saying that no other presidential candidate has gotten the scrutiny that he has, not even President Obama. That was by far the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard a person say running for president. Like, and hey, we had Sarah Palin. Like, he said that, and he was dead serious too. Like, I was waiting for like a snicker or something like that. And I feel like the reporter, I feel like the interviewers, people who were interviewing him were waiting for the ball to drop. They were like,
and then go on.
And he's like, no, that's it. No one's ever gotten
Period.
Yeah,
no, go on. It's punchline. Come on, get to it.
And then somewhere there was like some sign they were going, cut the dead space. This fucker is stupid. Because seriously, no one's gotten more scrutiny. JFK got scrutiny for like, wasn't it like not wearing a hat?
Yeah, something along those lines. I don't know. And I am not saying that. Don't get confused. I'm not saying people should actually vote for Donald Trump. Fuck that noise. Because there's always that slim possibility where I'm wrong. But the reason the reason behind my logic as far as Donald Trump is concerned is I've seen him in interviews on, like, let's say for example on the Howard Stern show. Howard gets these people to be at their basis. Like, he gets them to open up and actually be themselves. Mm-hmm. If you've listened to those interviews where I truly believe Trump was being himself, a lot of what he's saying now is totally contradictory to what he was saying then.
Right.
He's again, I don't know if this is true. But the man is a freaking genius for what he's doing right now. He really is. Because he's managed to wrangle in every racist white person on the planet. And also some racist black people too. He's managed to wrangle all the men. He has an army now. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's like a magic trick.
Like, the dude wants to get rid of all immigrants in other cases. His wife's an immigrant. He's an immigrant. His great-great-great-grandfather, whatever, came from another country.
Oh, great-grandfather, Jebediah?
No, it's Zebediah.
Zebediah, Trump.
Gusenschnau. He's German.
Do you know my favorite part about people who support Trump, and they talk about how, like, he's, like, a man's man and all that other stuff? He didn't earn his fucking money.
Nope.
That's his daddy's money.
Yep.
That's like, that was just like, I had to work hard after I got my first million. Wait, nigga, what?
Yeah. There was
after you got your first
I should have took a. Oh man, see, if I knew we were going to talk about Trump, I would have made a note of this. There was a statistic I saw online that said that if Donald Trump had not invested the money that he inherited from his father, he's like I think he's a billionaire.
He's definitely a billionaire.
Yeah. If he hadn't, he has like $1 billion or something like that. Mm-hmm. If he hadn't invested the money that he inherited.
Has too.
If he hadn't invested the money that he inherited in all these stupid things that didn't pan out, he would have like $8 billion right now. If he just took the money that he inherited and just put it in a bank. So wow. Everybody says he's a successful businessman. Not
he
really.
Failed a lot.
Exactly. Not really. Not really. Lord knows how many times
his money.
Yeah, Lord knows how many times the man filed bankruptcy. I'm pretty sure this.
Bankruptcy is strategic, though.
I know. But what I'm saying is, it's a sign.
For the listeners.
it's a sign of people. You only go to that strategy when they have a reason to go to that strategy.
Like 50 Cent.
Yep. Oh, 50. Kanan.
Oh, Kanan.
So
He
apparently,
escapes from that room.
Trump's net worth has grown about 300% to an estimated $4 billion since 1987, according to a report by the Associated Press. But the real estate mogul would have made even more money if he had just invested in index fund. The AP said that if Trump had invested in an index fund in 1988, his net worth would be as much as $13 billion.
Told you so.
Wow.
I think I'm just gonna bring my laptop whenever we go anywhere, just for this reason, stuff like that.
I'm used to working with 2 screens, so it's like it's hard. I can't fully produce the show. So
You
it's
hear
good that
these
you
old
have
men talking about
your
like
laptop.
just call somebody a whippersnapper now just to
Why
show
are we?
your age.
How are we old? Because we're talking about.
I need 2 screens.
It's like the behind the scenes of how this show's put together.
My name is Old Man Wade.
Crossbones.
Yeah, Old Man Crossbones. Apparently, I'm a Nazi.
When I was in Nazi Germany.
We're not Nazis.
Who said we? The joke is him. The joke is him, not us. Him.
Oh man, yeah. Well, Donald Trump.
Speaking of Nazi, what was that dumbass thing Ben Carson said? Ben Carson said if the Jewish community had guns in during World War II, there would have been no Holocaust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did say that. That happened. And he also said slavery was the best thing that ever happened to African Americans.
He did say that too.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking God.
Man.
I'm actually more scared of him than I am of Donald Trump.
Funny story.
Because I think he believes what he said.
Yeah.
The Trump not believing thing, I'm about 60-40 on that.
Yeah.
But I think in this
so.
case, do you realize that there's a strong possibility that if Trump does get the bid, Carson's probably going to be his running mate?
VP, yeah.
Could you imagine that?
That's a little scary.
I just pictured them singing racist Ebony and Ivory.
We all know that people want the same wherever you go.
So why
I
do you...
wanna put a ball next to Mexico.
Because there is good and bad in everyone.
Except those filthy Mexicans.
Ebony and
Ivory.
they're together in perfect harmony.
On my racist piano.
Racist piano. Wow, that was. Oh god, I think that needs to be a T-shirt. Racist piano.
Racist piano.
Dot racist piano. That sounds like a bad horror movie.
Oh gosh.
Coming this fall, racist piano.
Don't touch the black keys if you're...
No, racist piano would have no black keys.
I was trying to get that out.
It would just be an off-white key.
It's a light skin key.
It's a light-skinned key.
Okay. That just happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
Oh, man. So,
on my racist piano.
you're gonna be singing that shit all
Yeah,
day.
it's stuck in my head. It's not going away.
And now it'll be stuck in your heads.
I feel like we might need to sit down and actually write that song.
Start. What the fuck you think I'm doing on this laptop? I'm gonna open my Gmail
We'll be
account.
releasing the LP in about a month or so.
No shit.
Don't
New
sleep.
shit, new
Don't
shit.
sleep.
DJ Larry.
Don't sleep. DJ Larry. Don't sleep. In a couple of weeks, you're gonna randomly go on the Remember to Hit Record Facebook page, and it's gonna be me and Diddy over here singing racist piano.
He's make a good YouTube video.
You got the dreads.
Can we get a Can we get a piano? Well, who do we know? Do I know anybody who has a piano?
We don't need a piano. We just need something that looks like we're sitting in front of a piano.
We could do a keyboard.
Yeah.
God, this podcast went off the rails.
It did.
Well, not really. I feel like this is like the end of Mr. Rogers, like we're all taking our shoes off. It's like, hello, children. Well, today we discussed a lot of things. We discussed Kobe Bryant's alleged rape. Kobe taking Mark's lunch money from his butthole. We discussed terrorism and those dirty Mexicans.